Good morning. It's been a while. So you're probably thinking, why is he wearing that goofy hat? Well, I'll tell you why. It's now almost 90 degrees out here and the sun is up and bright and shiny, and I'm gonna do some tractor work today. So I wanna keep my head out of the sun as best I can. So as you can see, we got moved into our new house. Just got moved in a couple days ago, so everything's still in boxes and everything's just upside down. But I have to address a problem that I have going on right here, and I'm gonna flip around and show you. So if you can tell, that muddy spot right there, right beside the driveway, that's where water's collecting. It's coming down from this hill, it's coming down from up here, it's all running down here, and it all collects right here. And then when it collects enough, it washes out, and you can see it starting to wash over my brand new gravel driveway. So I'm gonna take my tractor and hook the backhoe up. I got a catch basin here. It's a 20 by 20, 16 inches deep catch basin. It should be enough to catch all the water. So I'm hoping this is gonna work. So my plan is just dig a hole out here, and then I have some sewer line, SDR 35 pipe, 4-inch pipe, that I'm going to run underneath the driveway over to here, and I have a pop-up emitter that I'm going to install on the end of it that should pop up somewhere down in here somewhere, and we'll figure that out as we go. But for now, I'm going to have to I'm going to go ahead and hook the backhoe, take the bush hog off. You can see it's hooked up. The backhoe's over there, so I'm going to unhook the bush hog, hook the backhoe up, and come over here, and I'll probably use the loader bucket to try to pull some of this gravel out of the way. So right now I have a layer of ABC gravel on top of this. It's not riprap, I don't know what it is, but it's a pretty heavy base. And some of these rocks are 6 inches in diameter. Most of them are probably 3, 4, 5 inches, something like that. But it's a pretty heavy base. That's probably going to be tough to dig up. But I'm going to try to get that out of the way, and then I'll use the backhoe to dig the hole and dig the trench and set the line. So I'm gonna try to take some video, or I'm gonna take some video along the way. My audio box is dead, so I won't be doing any talking while I'm digging. So just enjoy the dig. to grab my tape, get a measurement, see how deep I am. I want to put 12-inch gravel or 12 inches of gravel underneath. I don't think I'm plenty deep. Put 12 inches of gravel here. That should give me space. Let's go ahead and pour the gravel in and see what we got here. Go do that. So I picked up this pea gravel from Lowe's, Earth Essentials. It looks like this. That's what I'll put in the hole underneath the catch basin. All right, so I put 3 bags of gravel in there, and that's got it pretty much where I wanted. I checked it out, and it's pretty much right on grade, a little bit lower, which is good, I think. And so now it has these little holes that you can cut out, and I'm gonna cut those out for the pipe. So we'll get started on that now. I had to come in here in the shade. Camera's not at its best angle, but so each of these are marked. You have 6-inch holes, 4-inch holes, and so I'm gonna cut out this lower one marked 4 inches, I believe, if I can see it. Hopefully with it being nice and warm, it'll cut easily. Then it has adapters that go inside it. I'm not sure how those adapters are going to work with solid pipe. Check it and see. I don't know if they're designed for any kind of pipe or if they're specifically not designed for corrugated pipe. But I'm going to try to put that solid pipe in here using these adapters that came with. bad. There. So now let's go get the adapters and see how that works. So doubt you can see in this light, maybe you can there, but it has slots that you can cut out for different size pipe, and obviously the 4-inch pipe I guess is the biggest, so I'm going to cut out this the biggest part of this, and this will go on the inside of this, and this little adapter will screw onto it, and you can slide that pipe in there, and I'll put some silicone around it to seal it up. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and cut this hole out. And that was much easier. This stuff is really thin, so that was much easier to cut out. So now this will go on the inside of the basin, and we'll screw the adapter onto the outside. There we go. Pop something like that. That was simple enough. That was really simple. I think that's good. So now I'm gonna run a silicone bead inside that, and the pipe should just slide right in there. I'm getting ready to go back out and heat, so went ahead and put on the big goofy hat. So I'm using big stretch silicone. I'm not sure if it's backwards in your camera or not, in your view, but just big stretch clear silicone. It's pretty good stuff if you've never used it. So we'll use that. Some of these come already open, but this one I don't think does. All right, so let's see if I can set it up where we'll show you what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm just going to run a bead of silicone inside here. That'll help seal it up. If I can see it. Here we go. Now I'll probably insert the pipe and then run another bead around that as well, but this will get me going. So now we'll go back out and heat and try to get this thing set. Now something I forgot to mention is you know, in order to keep water from you know, just staying inside the basin after a rain, I'm going to drill some holes in here, and that'll allow it to leach into the gravel. And that's really the purpose of the gravel, is to allow water to seep out. So I'm just going to drill. This is not quite a 1/2-inch bit. I would have used a 1/2-inch bit, but I don't know, it's somewhere. So this is the next best size. Next biggest size, so I'm not sure what it is, but I'm just going to drill about 4 or 5 holes in here. And one for good measure. All right. So now, that should be fine. Now, if you watch the French Drain Man's YouTube channel, he would be doing this in a much more professional way and a much better setup. But I'm just using what I could come up with at Lowe's and stuff like that, instead of trying to buy all this fancy pipe and fancy catch basins and, you know, I'm not going to pour stone throughout the whole trench. I'm just going to fill it back in, pack it down as I go. So I'm just doing the best I can with what I can come up with locally. And that's what I'm doing. All right, so I got the, you know, I drilled 4 holes in each corner, 1 in the center. I think that'll probably be enough. I'm just going to set this here and try to set the pipe. Should just slide right in, hopefully. Yeah. There we go. There. All right. Now I am going to go ahead and get some silicone and run it around because, one, I smeared it when I was putting it in, and two, it just needs an extra bead around there. I should have brought the silicone with me, but I didn't. So I'll be back. So I apologize, my phone got hot standing out here in the sun, so I lost some footage. So I went ahead and I used PVC glue to seal the line down there. There's a splice about where the level is. And then I'll have to cut the other end off so I can put the pop-up emitter on and shoot it up out of the ground, or to the ground. So now I'm just filling it in with dirt, and you know, I'm gonna have to pack it in underneath because the pipe's a little bit high off the ground, at least up here at the top. So I'm gonna pack it underneath really well. And then once I get it packed in around the entire pipe all the way down, I'll go ahead and use the tractor and just try to cover it back up. I'll probably put the, well, I'll at least put the elbow on for the pop-up emitter, and then I'll get it done very last thing. So for now, my phone's not gonna make it in the hot sun, so you can just imagine me filling in dirt around this pipe, because that's what I'll be doing. Plenty of slope, so we're good there. I'm just packing it around underneath by hand, and then I got the rest, half more, well, about another half to do. And then once I get it packed in, I can go back to tractor. Because right now, it's killing me. It's 100 degrees out here, and it's miserable. So I'm ready to get on the tractor and do something easy. So you have to excuse me over the fan noise. But, so I cut the end off of this pipe. That was the end of the drain line, and it had the bell on the end. So that will be perfect for my pop-up emitter to slide down in. So I measured to get the right height where the pop-up emitter will be level with the ground. And so I cut that using the bell end for the part that will attach the emitter. So now I'm going to glue the PVC elbow to this. I'm going to do that in here in the shade and the fan. And I'll go outside and I'll glue this to the end of the line. And the emitter will just sit in here and it won't be glued. That way I can just clean it out. Now I'll probably drill a new hole in here, a leach hole, a couple leach holes, so any residual water after the rain stops will seep into the ground. So that's where I'm at. So now let's glue this up. So I've already cut this and deburred it with my knife. And now I'm going to put regular PVC primer glue on there. As you can tell, I'm no plumber. Glue. Oh, that's it. Just enough in here to make it work. So now I'll go out there and I'll glue the line into this side. So now I'm just going to drill a couple of holes in here in the bottom. There we go. That'll work. Just 2 holes in the bottom there. Already done that side. Glue in here. That ought to do it. And I'm just gonna have to guess where it's plumb. All right. And so now this pop-up emitter will just slide in here, and I'll be able to pull it out, reach my hand in there, and clean that out when it's time. So hopefully that'll work. I'm gonna go get some gravel and pour underneath there. Put this up for now. Put these up, and I'll be back. So my phone keeps dying because it's hot. So anyway, so that's what the emitter will look like. The cap will go on after I'm done filling it back in, but and it'll just slide in, so it won't be glued in. That way I can pull it out, clean it out when I need to. So hopefully that's not too high and water will shoot right out of there just like it's supposed to. We'll see. So I got dirt packed all around it. I've checked it. It's a good, it's pretty much a whole bubble out, so that's really good for slope. So I think we'll be in good shape. I'm just gonna start backfilling and hope for the best after this. So here we are in the next day. Yesterday, my phone got so hot it just wouldn't work. It kept shutting down. So I did some back dragging yesterday. Got the pipe covered up. I need to, finesse a little bit more. I got some low spots over here, so I want to take care of that. And then, call it done. But there's the catch basin. So today, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna dig out around this catch basin a little bit and just pour a little concrete ring around it. It's so close to the edge of the road. I know I'll be driving over it at some point. So I think I'm gonna just try to reinforce it with a little concrete ring. That might turn out to be a bad idea, but I'm gonna see how it goes anyway and see if that works out. So anyway, so that's what I'm gonna work on this morning. Here's the pop-up emitter. Pops out on the lower end. So I need to landscape some more around it and drag it out and smooth it out and slope everything, away from the road. But so that'll be that. I know I'm gonna have to pour some more gravel in here, but I knew that going into it before I got started with this. I knew I was gonna need to get more gravel to finish this up, because I was afraid it was gonna pull up all these big rocks and bring them back up top and not be able to get them covered with the gravel that I had. And that's pretty much what happened. So I got a lot of big rock over there that I need to scoop up, and I have a culvert way up there on that low end up there. So I'll go ahead and I'll use that big rock to fill that hole up there. So this morning I'm gonna go get some concrete and pour around this ring. get out here before it got hot again, because it's going to be in the upper 90s again today. Right now it doesn't feel too bad. Just a smidgen more. I can drag some of this down. I have more bags. I'd hate to have to mix another bag. I think we can make this work. Find a board, I can slope this down a little bit. I think that's gonna do it. I know it's not perfectly round, but it's gonna serve its purpose. It don't need to be pretty. I imagine dirt and grass and stuff will go up around it eventually, but this will keep grass from going in the grate or up over the grate. So I think it'll work out pretty good, as long as I don't have to move my catch basin. That would suck. But I'm gonna go get a board and try to float this down a little bit and slope it up a little higher on the back side or on the outside so it'll slope down. But I think that'll be it. I'm gonna go find a board. I think now all that's left to do is just, I'm gonna let this set up before I go messing around anymore, but I need to back drag this gravel road and get it smooth again and let this side slope down toward the basin, and then I'll grade all this over here that you see on the sides and everything, and make sure everything's nice and smooth, has a nice smooth downward slope toward the basin. But overall I think it'll work out just fine. It's supposed to rain tonight, so maybe we'll find out sooner rather than later if this thing actually works. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.